Dear friends, I was born here, and not everyone who lives here can say that, so I'm proud to be a Denverite. I grew up in West Denver. My first house was a small single-family home just south of Sloan's Lake, and then I started school at Colfax Elementary. I was a military brat, so I moved around quite a bit. I lived in New Mexico, San Antonio, and then my family moved to Tokyo, which was a real eye-opener for me. It was my first time having a sense that there were people living in true poverty. My family and I would try to help others when we could, giving them food and other items to make their lives a bit easier. I had a really good friend who lived a few doors away from me, and he taught me about resilience in the face of a challenge as difficult as hunger. I ended up coming back to Denver after spending some time in France and Germany and graduated from East High School. I found through those experiences that I thrive best when given the opportunity to be involved in my community and to use my voice for good. After high school, I went to CU and then to DU, where I graduated undergraduate and finished law school. I chose law because I wanted to continue to use my voice to represent low-income community members. Back in 2008 or so, I decided to end my career in the practice of law. My wife and I had gotten very involved with several nonprofits around town, and I helped them out with some events and also in fundraising, and enjoyed it quite a bit. As foodies, my wife and I would be out for dinner, and I started thinking about food and what happened to it at the end of the night when restaurants closed. Unfortunately, they found that they had to throw most of it away. At the same time, I had seen how nonprofits didn't have enough food to feed their clients. I started We Don't Waste with a Volvo station wagon. My dog at the time, Drucker, would go crazy at the end of the day trying to smell all the food that was lingering in the car. My first food delivery was to Haven of Hope, a day shelter on the outskirts of downtown. They were very appreciative of the food, and I was happy to keep it out of the landfill. And it just grew from there. After replacing the Volvo with a van, I was able to get a refrigerated truck, and then another, ending up now with 4 refrigerated trucks. And we finally got the space to where we could store food, bring on more food, and add staff to the organization. There have been some full circle moments along the way. Our mobile markets go to many different neighborhoods in our city, including the Villa Park neighborhood, near where I first grew up. We now give food to East High School, in addition to several other schools around the city. And we're still providing food to the Haven of Hope, where I did my first food delivery back in 2009. And now we're in the next phase of our growth, where we've actually found a real home for the future, a new building that will allow us to do anything I could have ever dreamt of doing back in 2008 when I founded We Don't Waste, let alone when I was a young kid in West Denver. I lived a pretty varied life, and aside from my family, We Don't Waste is the thing I am most proud of. I didn't have any idea of what it would become when I started. I was just wanting to help people who were in need. Denver has given me a lot in my time here. It's always been my home, the place I come back to share meals with my family, with my friends, and my neighbors. I'm so proud to have been able to give something back through We Don't Waste. I want to say thank you to all of you who have supported me and We Don't Waste on this incredible journey. I can think back on all we've accomplished and be proud of how we've helped people, how we've served our planet, and how we've helped our partners be there for their communities. So I say thank you all for what you have done. Best wishes. It's been my pleasure. Thank you.